This is the second journal entry. The day is the 20th of January 2025. The time is 10:19 a.m. I'm currently listening to Ornette Coleman's album The Shape of Jazz to Come. I lost all my notes when my phone went underwater. Every single memory that I had in text form on my phone, including WhatsApp messages to myself, notes I kept in Xiaomi's note-taking app, and voice recordings that I hadn't backed up in December. All of these things that are of vital importance to me are all gone. It's nice to forget though. I'll choose to look at this as something that has a brighter side. I'll simply do the work again. I believe if we have a thought, it should always have a slightly more profound impact on us as people for it. A slightly more profound impact on us as people for it to really count as a valuable thought. So maybe I just absorbed all that info anyway and send one of the neuron circuits in my fucking brain. I've been thinking this week about thoughts of grandiosity. A friend of mine recently came up to me with a song that was subpar, and I told this friend, since that's what you do as a good friend, I'm all about letting a person enjoy the process and all, but like somebody gotta tell this guy that shit's just not working out and they need to rethink how they're approaching it. But another thought always lurks in my mind as I think these things. What if I don't tell them anything? Would they finally come up with something that's like really revolutionary or impactful maybe? Right? But that also comes with another thought that if the idea was good enough to begin with, me telling them something shouldn't even affect the idea as much. But again, if the idea doesn't get affected, maybe it goes out as a bad thing. No one gives a chance. But if the idea is good enough, maybe people can come around to it eventually. This is kind of a weird train of thought that makes the original idea seem trivial and grandiose at the same time. When the idea is most likely just mediocre.
क्या? हाँ ये बहुत ज़्यादा actually मुझे काफ़ी ज़्यादा बोला गया.
Do mediocre ideas matter? Isn't a mediocre idea just the average idea of all ideas? What if everyone's only had good ideas? Does that mean the average idea isn't average? And what do you do when you're trying to have a great idea? Is having a great idea the impossible? In a world where only good ideas exist and the average idea is also good, does that mean having a bad idea is inherently great because it's like different? In a world of bland goodness, it makes having bad ideas seem like a Herculean task, and therefore, by virtue of being unique, makes the bad idea stand out as maybe a great idea. I don't know. This train of thought just kind of started because of my friend's shitty song. But yeah. I don't know if I should have told them it was trash outright. Maybe they weren't prepped for it. But I wasn't prepped either when I've been told my ideas are mid or trash. I've taken those feedbacks pretty head on and reworked my music over and over again. How else does anyone get good at anything? If you're a creative, wouldn't you rather stay bad than be watered down average at what you do? At least bad ideas have more variety, right? I think so. It's fine if you don't. I think it's important to have a thought about this conversation more than anything. It forces you to kind of see the world's ideas as just ideas and engage with everything a little bit more thoughtfully. By thoughtfully, I mean, of course, tell your friends when they're bad. Also tell them when they can do better because they're great. But whenever you see your friends sad about making something absolutely vile and terrible, at least tell them at least that it was a good laugh, and it made you happy. I think at the end of the day, if an artist serves a purpose rather than the usual no purpose, it's still more digestible for them. I personally like having no purpose, but that's just me. I've taken on a purpose now in my life, of course, but I've had this whole period of no purpose. and no purpose music too. Music to serve absolutely no function at all. It doesn't write history, it doesn't change shit. Just pure, utter fucking garbage music no one gives a fuck about except me. It was so much better, honestly. बहुत कम pressure था. अभी थोड़ा और pressure है because I genuinely believe that we're bringing about real visible change. Of course, for thoughts on that, check out my last journal. Self plug. But yeah, now things matter, and it's difficult to make things that don't matter at all. Not to say I don't make things that don't matter at all. I do. I still do. बहुत actively. It's just I've stopped releasing them at the moment to make space for stuff I think might be more good or more bad or good than mediocre. Don't worry though, eventually I'll release a garbage EP or something and let my demons see the light of day. But till then it's just hidden away, only visible to my ears. Alright, something else I've been on recently. There's this new thing called Hope Core. I pretty much adore it. I think more people giving a shit about how green the grass is and how blue the sky can be will have a major impact on how we treat our environment too. I think coming to Bangalore made me really give a fuck about how blue the sky can be and how we've polluted the fuck out of it. In the north, I stayed in Lucknow for half my life. Half my life I've lived outside of Lucknow. But Bangalore is the only city where I've seen deep shades of blue. Like, it's insane. And of course, on mountains as well and hill cities.
7 p.m. and have not eaten anything.
It's the first time in my life I've had cleaner air to breathe, and it's done something profound to me being a UP guy. It's made me completely rethink my approach to littering, to what vehicles I like, to how essential I find waste management, etc. etc. Of course, the only way the north will get less polluted is by making all the factories and stuff control their waste production for sure. और वो तो होने वाला नहीं है. मतलब जितना भी तुम अपना कार्बन फुटप्रिंट टर्म कॉइन्ड बाय ब्रिटिश पेट्रोलियम बाय द वे जस्ट टू मेक देमसेल्व्स लुक लेस कल्पेबल फॉर द ब्लेम, लेकिन तुम अपना कार्बन फुटप्रिंट को कितना भी कम कर लो, एक फैक्ट्री तुमसे 1000 गुना ज़्यादा वेस्ट कर ही देगी, एंड इट्स फकिंग हॉरिबल. आई थिंक पीपल शुड गिव अ शिट अबाउट दिस अ लॉट मोर. टेक अ ट्रेन फ्रॉम देहरादून एंड मसूरी right to the center of Lucknow, and it's a nice day trip, and you'll immediately see how the colors suddenly fade away. Everything becomes this smoky, desaturated grey. In a way, the grey is what I don't like. Maybe I'll see more colorful days soon though, with ideas and with cities. But yeah, काफ़ी वाइल्ड था यार. वैसे शूट कर रहा था मैं इस पार्टी के बीच में, एंड मतलब एंड आई केप्ट आई डोंट नो आई गॉट एंग्शियस एंड आई स्टार्ट मेकिंग दिस बीट लाइक, एंड आई केप्ट गोइंग फॉर लाइक 50 minutes or so. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say today. Thanks for listening. This is Aryan. Bye. अच्छा सब्सक्राइब वगैरह वो सब कर लो, आई गेस. Yeah. Besides this, धनजी का खातला पर अभी आया. Go listen to that. DC 2.1 gonna be fucking great. Yeah. चलो, I'll see you next time, I guess.